is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training. I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Shot.
Looking in the air here. Going with the screen to Johnson. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Ready up.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further.
Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, right?
Now looking to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
First down.
They stick with Jacobs. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Hold on, son. Ready.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. He keeps it and takes off. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
On the move, headed right. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
They'll run for it, Jacobs. And this run's overwhelmed. They drive it backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
They'll He'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught out left. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jumps in up the middle. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Ready?
He's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
Hold on, set.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Nix. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll get it up to the 27.
And the Broncos 1st down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver.
47-yard line.
Broncos trying to do some window dressing. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Ready? Motion.
Throwing here, Nix. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and
Hold on, set.
inches at the 37-yard line.
Here's a look for Nix. Continuing to move past the 45. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos.
Nix from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st down.
We've set it downs from the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Looking slant route complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And as we play